Uyathanda uqala ngenansi nge-interview. Ingekaqali i-interview.
Uyayiphinda ibuze.
Kaloku la curiosity.
Kala bencane ndiyampreparisha nayo ubhuti angabi nervous. Uyayazi uba le question iyeza.
Nice. Ndiyathanda ndibuza off end phinde ndiyibuze.
Khubani ke? Khubani.
When louses are present, you don't know what to expect. Sometimes you read, you go to check the style. But at least I have one interview. So, but if you gauge because and when like a former debut.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And what did you suss out about
that was quick. The way it was a former debut.
What did you suss out about our style?
No, I felt it was relaxed. It was very relaxed.
I guess so. You can also relax.
Because I've seen when I've been in media houses a lot. Come here, come this, come there. That's what helped. You know, the interview, it was 9 minutes, but it changed everything. Now, true FM, things like that.
Yeah, I think it covers you. Look at it, Master.
Okay.
Wow. Who clapped this time?
The same person.
Songo. Sherman, it's improving though. It's coming right.
Now she came with the mighty power.
Yeah.
Thank you, Songo. Yeah, man, welcome to another edition of Ephondweni Network. The name is Yakim Mavulakvaliwa. I am the master builder. As always, I'm not flying solo. I'm with the certified gatekeeper.
Imavulama, get. Imavulama, get. Ivinyango nama. Ofumele nabatwana beseku. Ligabaleli.
Yeah, man, it's another epic and another special one. We're moving in, just, having great insights, talking to people that inspire us, up at Ephondweni, who are doing magnificent work. I knew him as a soccer player, never imagined that he would, move to a space of designing shoes and just really have a powerful brand that is being worn by many celebrities around South Africa. It's dope just seeing how this brand grows every day. And for me, I like it's my homeboy coming from the same hood. We want to welcome you to the podcast.
I want the area name.
Goniwe. Name after Goniwe, yes.
Okay.
Yes, you are alone. Yeah, man. So, Usoka, because you're really brilliant, like a really brilliant footballer. I've watched you, came in, came out, back in. Wavela, what team? Or branch out to academia, what team?
Yeah, Ipola and Kulenayo, I think in my career, I had two things. It's either Ipola or Kanye kusebenza professionally. Because I always liked in the business. I studied accounting from standard 6 and business management. So when the Aman Petty CV Necox.
Okay. Yeah.
When the Aman Petty CV Necox. At some point, I don't believe Banzaba is professional. I
also believed that.
Yeah, I believe that I'm going to play for Rainbow Stars and all of those things. But I knew if that one is not working, and now stress, because I'm not bad as well. In the books, yeah. But that one people didn't know. They only know what they know, which at that time was a sport. Because I was captain of attackers. Also at the university, I was the captain of the college. But fortunately for me, around 2-2, I realized I got an internship at VW to work in the accounts department. Nobody knew that I'm working because I'm working 8 to 4. So I'm able to go to HMN, go 5. So it had always been my strength in the multitasker, doing so many things, knowing what I want in life. You see. So I don't think I branched out, but I kind of put a pause. I think I did that 2004. I was playing in the castle.
Almost a job, man. 2 years after I span.
Yes. Yeah, because remember, I played football. I took breaks in football. And then I came back again on football, I played for another team. But now I was not playing for the ambitions of being a professional. I wanted to keep fit. I wanted to lead and transform my skill to younger guys. Because I was a coach. I was a leader within the group. So even when I was working in Alwal North, because I started working in Alwal North, I went back to football again and played for one of the teams there in the Castle League. So for me, it was stop and start. Yeah, because of I was aligning that with career as a whole. Comes like this alone as ixesha lihamba, because each journey has been interesting nalapha kum. Yeah, even how it get into the shoe. It was, when I look at it now, because I'm writing a book about myself. Actually, writing a book started before I started the business. Yeah. So maybe I'll elaborate, because it came through a dream. About this book. Ne picture. You might not picture colors. In a title, it says the truth and the journey of Netisa Goniwe.
Okay.
I didn't know that Ancestors knows English.
Okay.
Yeah. Because for me, it was how I started, basically, living the business. But I questioned that. I remember during the night, I phoned one of my best friends. I phoned him to tell him that I want to write a book. But I was not too sure, because I don't have a story that is interesting at a time.
Yeah.
Where people will buy a book and read small stories about myself. But to fast forward, 3 months down the line, I started a business. And then I realized now, this is this journey.
Here's the story to tell.
Yes, I have a story to tell now. And it has been, since now I started this business with one shoe, I have never slept properly. Yeah, because it wakes me up every day, because I don't want this dream to be deferred. You see, it keeps me excited. And also, it is borrowing from all the skills that I've acquired. Ezoba captain, ezoba is soccer player. Because when you are a soccer player, you deal with a lot of characters.
Yes.
You've got 11 players that are on the field. You've got 7 that are not happy outside the field. You've got 5 others that are sitting on the stand. They hate everyone because they are not in the team, but they're part of the team. So now, even when I'm running my business and I'm at work, I know that not everybody is going to pull in the same direction. Because of it, in that moment, it doesn't feel being part of the team. So I must find ways to make him feel part of the team.
Yes.
You see? So hence I'm saying, it was not a mistake when I achieved that I played sports. It was for me to learn in this journey how to lead. Sometimes people will call me leadership, but sometimes I don't believe, is this my name? Or what is it? Now I realize that it's part of what they see. Yeah, I'm talking too much now.
Yeah.
So listen, I hear yonke into and how it's then dibanas. But I want to understand. It's gonna seem like I keep saying this line. I know you for as long as the podcast is on, so I'm gonna try to
rephrase.
to rumba a bit.
Okay.
Into yezihlangu, is it that you went to design school, or you saw that there's Batu, there's drip, why not? Let me try this out, and because you are maybe an adventurous and courageous person, that's what happened. Is there like a formal educational background to you designing shoes, or what is it?
No, I don't have an formal education. My career has been around administration, business management. I went through and I've got masters in business administration, which is MBA. And when I was doing that, there were a lot of case studies that I've studied. Woolworth, big companies, Nike, how they started, Louis Vuitton, how they started. I studied a number of them. But my mother, my late mother, was a fashion designer. He went to school for it. And my sister, they went to school. I always had this dream of partnering with them. And I did with my sister, but the business failed because at the time we were not a good team. Yes, my sister is good, but he doesn't see what I see. You see. So it was always my dream to be in the fashion business, not necessarily shoe. Yeah. So now when I finished school, I done my MBA. When you finish MBA, you don't sleep at night when you start.
There's a lot that doesn't make you sleep.
Exactly. so many things,
Yeah.
Yeah. Most of the things are done at night, by the way.
Most of the things you do at night? Okay.
Yeah. So now you will sleep around 12. Now once you graduate, you don't have anything to do in that 2 hours. You see. So I decided now I need to do something. Hence the shoe. We started with one shoe that we designed, that we want to put my name, NG. The shoe has to be Goniwe. We have to have a logo. We designed that logo. We invested money to do that. So what I did was to collaborate with a good technical guy that does shoes. He does international shoes. He used to work for Gucci in Italy, but he's locally now. So what we did, he's good in making. I'm good in administration. I'm a good seller.
Would you mind giving this guy a name?
I don't mind.
You do mind? Okay.
I don't mind.
No. It's just because of the fact that we as Ephondweni, we are about propping up people. Do you know what I mean? So I thought if we can give him a name, that would be nice, because it's, like, once again, us noting that there are people locally who are doing great things. Do you know what I'm saying?
He doesn't want his name to be known.
No, that's perfectly fine.
Because remember, he's working with a lot of corporate and others. But I have my production line with their company.
Okay.
So at this stage, it's my competitive advantage. We have an agreement that one of us must be behind.
Okay. I feel that.
It's part of the strategy. It's not we agree on that. We're fine with that.
No, I feel you.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe you know him. Maybe you've seen him, but you don't know it's actually the guy.
Yes. He's a ninja.
Yeah.
No, I feel you. I feel you.
But we have that nice agreement. We started small. We started with one shoe. What we did with that shoe, I decided, as I've said, I'm a marketer, or I'm a new marketer that was trying to be practical about what I've learned at school. So our first step was to take the shoe into the photo shoot, not into using my phone. to market the shoe. Because we wanted to market to start, boom, launch the shoe.
High end.
Yeah, and the photographer is my friend. It was on a Friday afternoon. We had beers, we took photos, different angles of the shoe. And then I left with my shoe. We were playing. I didn't know where is this going to take me. On a Sunday, that guy phoned me. He's Andile Ace9. He's a well-known photographer in Motherwell, in Shaw Village. He asked me, can I post your shoes? I said, yes, why not? I'm just sitting like this at home on a Sunday. The photos went viral. I was even phoned by Herald in the morning. I think I was phoned about 20 people. They're asking, is this you? Is this real? Is this what? Are you related to Matthew? Which Goniwe are you? I have to answer all of these. And then Herald phoned. They said, we want your story. I refused. I said, no, I don't have a story. This thing is new. I don't even have a company. Without that business, without the company name or registration in the bank, nothing. But the business started. For Herald phoned again in the afternoon. I said, no, I'm coming. Where are you situated? I want to come and explain this thing. I came in. They called the cameraman. Said, you must take photos first before you say anything. Took photos. And then we said, they say, we want your story. I said, no, I don't have a story. They say, why? And I said, I don't even like your stories, how you put them. So why I don't like? I don't like your questions because you ask as if I have employees, I'm successful. But if you're going to put this story as a launch of NG, I'm fine. Let's launch. Say it as the way I will tell you. We're launching. We haven't sold anything. The story was out on a Thursday. It was on a Monday. From there, we never slept. I think the first order was 12 shoes.
Oh, nice.
And what we did, we didn't have money. We said, if you want to order, put deposit of 500. So that 500 became our capital. You know what was nice? The first 10 people, they paid that 1.5.
Oh, straight. Nice.
So now we had about 15,000 as a working capital. It was not enough, you see, but that's how we started. That's how NG. And the shoes was, other people were saying a little donkey. Others, I don't like it, you know. Others will asking me, and they tell me straight, who are you?
But that's so strange, no? Because people wear Louis Vuitton.
But they don't look at it like that.
Hilton, why not?
I mean, my friend in my cycle will tell me, wearing you? Yeah. And I say, no, don't buy. Allow people that wants to buy. Isn't it like any shop? I ask, do you have a BMW? No. Do you have a Polo? No. What car do you have? He name his car. That's the reason why you buy that car. You like it. Keep it. Allow others to come and buy. Yeah. But we have a responsibility as an entrepreneur to teach, to create markets. And when you create a market, you teach that market. You educate that market. Fortunately, you will get the one that is already educated. They know that we must support local. We have a mandate or obligation to support one another without compromising the quality. Yeah. So it's a story like that. That's how we started. We started very informally, but what we trusted was the quality and the design of the product. We thought that we will sell 300 shoes in 1 year. I think we've sold almost 700 shoes that year.
Oh, nice.
We've got 2 years now. We've been in business for 2 years. We have sold now.
This is now almost.
Yeah, we have sold now more than. Yeah, I don't want to give figures, but people they multiply that figure by my price. Ne? They think I have that man. No, they think I have that man. They don't understand business. You use the same 10 rand. Like umama bathenga inhloko yabo. Ukayathenga cigarette. You use the same 30 rand to buy this the cartoon.
Material.
So that cartoon, if I can ask you after 3 years how many you have sold, you'll count the number of cartoons, but you use the same 30 rand. So to somebody else, you will put an X to multiply, say, this is the man, he's got 2 million, because he sold 2 million. But you are using the same 30 rand. Yeah, and the financial will say you've got 2 million. You have made sales of 2 million, but the bank account will have 10 rand. You see, that's business. But the bank does appreciate you, ne? Because you are credit worth. If you need 40, 30 rand more they will give you.
They will give it to you.
Because you have credibility.
Yes.
I was saying that to my client as well. But do you know the importance of banking in your bank account? He said, no. Say, you need to bank in your account so that every day you're putting money there, you're increasing your credibility. And in business, you will not have money, but you need credibility. When you need money, you are able to get it within an hour because of your credibility that I'm talking about.
The credit score and
Yeah,
stuff.
those are things when it's fun. And I'm in the past 24 months. I've been a business advisor professionally, but that advisor doesn't give me the experience of being hands-on.
Actually doing it,
Yeah, but now being hands-on, I know exactly that I need to make sure. But I want this. I need to make sure that I bank. I need to make sure that whatever money I receive, it goes through my bank. So that at the end of the day, if I need to borrow 50,000, the bank is able to look at my track record and say, this guy will be able to run this. So it has been very busy, interesting, but we're taking notes. We're doing continuous research and development. For example, now, I think by July, I'm going to Malaysia, to Kuala Lumpur. I'm going there in a study tour.
Okay.
I've said I did MBA. And we're going there for 2 reasons. For research and development of the company. So because Kuala Lumpur has got gross domestic product of 130%. Their economy is so good. There must be something that they're doing right. And I'm also going there for my personal development as a practitioner of business. Because even if I stop working or I'm working, I will always remain a practitioner and advisor to other upcoming entrepreneurs. So we're going there. We don't have money to go there. It's a lot of money, 64,000. We accepted, we're fundraising. I'm saying it here because you never know who's listening. You see, you have given me a platform, a very important platform, to not to complain, but to say, if there is anyone, you see, if there is any stock fail that can be done, because I realize we've got power as people, black people, but we're working in silos. Yeah. For example, if 50 of us can have umgalelo of 2,000 rand, 50 of us entrepreneurs, that's 100,000.
Working capital.
Yeah. But we don't do it. It's a culture. It's a culture that we have never been taught that 50 of us can generate 100,000 today. I'm not saying tomorrow. We phone each other, say, we want 2,000 for Kamago. Today, that 100,000 is going to go, but you must report to us. How are you going to do with that 100,000?
I wonder if it's because we've never been taught, or it's because we sometimes want to quickly unlearn the things that our parents have displayed in front of us, for the sake of, the appearance of I'm better than where I come from. Do you know? Because I think a generation of young people that are like that, who want to step away from that lifestyle. Because remember, it's Stokfeli society, are things that I'm a fella, our parents have bought cars, Gemali is a fella, and but now today, the moment you sit down, they're meeting in your mood, like, oh, dollar, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
There's that association with it instead of understanding. But save us to discipline ourselves in terms of saving. So perhaps it's not that we haven't been taught these things. It's that we're quick to try and unlearn things that could actually be of great use to us.
You know, pre-1994, you realize that before democracy, we were doing those things right. Maybe it's how we understand democracy. We thought that democracy is going to make things easier. You know, we started to, for example, I'll make an example, a simple example. Once you start to do well in the location, you move away from the location. We lose your knowledge. We lose so we have prepared you to go and live on the other side of the river. So we lose everything. You lose your skills. We lose your social capital that you can give. Even your kids are not really interacting with their cousins.
They don't associate
because the cousin is not in the social economic level of another cousin.
Yeah.
So we are very divided, physically and psychologically and environmentally, as black people.
Someone will say, I always go back to the hood. But it's dangerous.
You see?
And I need my kids to grow up in a safer environment.
True.
You know, which was going to be another question, since you've moved with sport, doing what you're doing with sport. With the state of football, in Motherwell or in PE in general, with local teams, are you aware of what's happening? Are you involved in any way? Do you share the skills and knowledge? Because you've not only played in Port Elizabeth, you've played Queen Down that you went to.
Yeah, I did that a lot, especially when I came back. I played and I coached. There's a team by Milan Stars.
Okay, they won Milan.
Yeah, I coached that team. And we won. We won two cups.
Nice.
We won the league, and then we won top 8. But after that, I never continued.
Okay.
Because I think 2 things happened. I went back to school, as I've said, 2016. And I didn't like some of the things in the club. I've decided, by the way, if I'm going to be involved in any sport now, it's going to be my own team.
Okay.
Yeah, because the problem is that our teams are clustered in the wards. And you elect an old man to become a chairman. A person that doesn't have a vision sometimes about football, but it's because he's got the van to take players. It's got the economy better, which is nothing wrong with that. But I'm saying sport is changing. You look at PSL, there's modern way of playing. Look at a team that is champions, Sundowns. It's going coached by a young man. There's young energy, all of that. So now what I've saw is that now there was a guy that was approaching me to become a chairman. I said, I don't want to be a chairman. If I'm going to be a chairman, I must be given full responsibility to develop a strategy.
For the team.
Yes, because I don't want to be a chair of something that doesn't talk to my style, doesn't talk to identity. No, I used to play football with my brother in rural areas now before I came here. What I used to talk about to advocate, you should have a style that you practice every day.
Yes.
Even if you are 4, you practice that same style. You practice that same style. I don't see that anymore in the location. It was during the times of your All-Stars, Sundowns, Young Chiefs, United. You know, Tabo is got the same style. No, Pape, they play like this. You know, with Justice, All-Stars. You don't get that sense in football.
So that's probably why at a point in time we used to refer to Sundowns as the Brazilians. Because they had a style.
It's identified.
Shoe shine and piano. And okay, cool.
You knew the playing style of Kaizer Chiefs.
Thank you.
Even when you recruit a player, you recruit, does it fit my style? Not because of he's good. Because if he's good, he might, maybe sometimes he's good, but he's not disciplined. He's rude.
That was a piece of schooling.
Yeah, those are things that you...
No, because I was told the Brazilians.
So those are things that make... I'm still passionate about the game. For example, the ambassador of business is Kanyisa Mayo, the leading scorer of PSL.
Yes.
He is my big associate. We're busy now on social media, on the competition. Once our page reaches 11K, we'll give the person that has helped us. There is a big container. I've got 3 shirts now that I've received this morning from Kanyes. 2 we're going to use for 2 competitions. One is going to be led by me because I must be seen supporting our icon. Is in the camp today. Bafana.
Nice.
He's associated with NG. So we know very well that even if he goes overseas or he goes to big clubs, he's gonna go with that brand. So we investing in our local. When they fly, because we're giving him something. When they fly not leaving us behind. Yes.
I was going to ask you, who else is wearing your shoes? Some known names? Because Yakim said celebrities are wearing your shoes.
Yeah. The first person, actually, that is a big brand. It was Mafa Pavuma. Mafa, we know each other a lot, but we meet in one of the coffee shops there in town most of the day. Hence I always say, I spend 30 rand a day every morning on coffee so that I meet new people at the coffee shop.
Okay.
So at the coffee shop you meet, there's a level of people that goes to coffee shop. And you don't want to miss that. Even if I don't have that 30 rand, sometimes I borrow. I go once a week sometimes because of affordability. That's where we met Numafa. Immediately, when I have this shoe, he saw it, the first shoe, and he said, I'm going to support you. We've made him a shoe. Now he's owning. And initially, he used to pay as well for those shoes, but not the same price. At a negotiable price so that there will be a return for myself and a return for... And then now we came up with different strategy of how we compensate each other.
Okay.
Because it's business. You see, Mafake is one of them. He was there from day one. He's taking us to places. He also had Tipo Touch on the Metro FM. And those our shoes... I remember what he said when it was touching the shoe. He said, this needs to be marketed crazily. And I thought, this guy, I'm sure he's listening. He's going, yes, because that's what we're doing. And then we've got to talk, Dr. Tabelele, that is wearing the shoe. Not one shoe, I think 3 now. Our biggest market actually is in Cape Town. We also have a president of one of the political parties, Uvuyo Zungula. We have our chairperson here.
You guys from which party?
ATM.
ATM, okay.
And then we have deputy mayor. The current deputy mayor. He's got 3 shoes.
Yes.
He's got 3 shoes. You know, now mayor say Buffalo City. He's got 3 shoes. Princess Park. So there are a number of people, and then we've got 2 mayor boys. The one that plays for Cheaper. Another one is playing for Cape Town City.
The whole my family is busy with soccer.
Yes. So it's a lot. There are a lot of others. Because for example, I always say my biggest celebrities are all my clients, not single, because celebrities are few customers.
Yeah. You said you're gonna give me not give me, but get me to feel a feminine one.
Yeah, let me.
I know you said they're all unisex, but
they all unisex.
There is a fairy something that
you can feel
about.
This one, by the way. Yeah.
Oh, this immediately feels feminine.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Look at her smile. Feminist you.
That's gold and white.
It's gold and?
Gold and white.
And white. Okay.
That's gold and white. Yeah, so.
And also, they're not heavy.
No, it's not heavy.
They're not heavy. Oh.
And we are making this now using cow skin. I think it's important to mention that. Because the cow, it's a value chain. You slaughter the cow, it goes to the refinery of the leather, and then it comes back. You know, there are so many people that are benefiting economically
within this
in South Africa. So
one cow would make how many shoes?
One cow will make, I can say maybe 50 shoes can come, depending how big is the cow. No, it depends how big is that.
Hectic. No, because I was going to slaughter a cow.
She's negotiating.
I'm not negotiating for the price to be lower. Ne?
Don't slaughter a cow.
No, wait.
Raise cows.
Let me tell you what I'm trying to say. Ne? I need to, as black people, send me sebenzi. For instance, and then siyolusuka kolafele luphakla na verify so that lube florak, right? So now I'm trying to get to the point where, and for me that has meaning, right? The fact that Iflorak Yasekaya is going to be in Gomokatat. I'm just trying to imagine a situation where my shoe is my mom's cow. Do you get what I mean? That for me, it just carries so much meaning. So I'm not saying everybody in the world must do that, but I'm imagining, but I wouldn't even say for a lesser price as an example, but I would say, I've got a skin Esigo refinery. I'd like you to design this particular shoe for me with that particular skin so that I walk around with the spirit of my grandfather.
Yeah.
For me as a black person, that would be fucking awesome.
Yeah, but that would be expensive. Yeah.
I don't mind. That's what I'm saying.
No, it's fine. It's
Can't
possible.
You hear what I'm saying? I'm saying
it's possible.
For the value for sorry,
that has a dope meaning.
That's a deal.
Yeah, it's very deep.
Also, just looking at Inansage one, you get you don't get one shoe from it. You can have shoes for the whole family.
All my siblings and I could have the shoes.
Yeah, actually, that's what it used to happen before. Like you would ask black people, skin used to be our clothes, by the way. Yeah, that's our clothes. Even if you haven't done some of those things, a spiritual person can say, "You're not wearing anything. Why are you wearing things?" Because we used to wear skin spiritually and physically. At least now we don't wear it physically. We wear it spiritually. So it's quite important to... Yeah, I'm a very spiritual person because this journey has taught me that.
Take me through wearing skin spiritually.
Come again?
Explain that one to me. Wearing skin spiritually, what does that mean?
Spiritually, there are things that you need to do as a human being. For example, in Belego. In Belego, it's your first clothes. That's spiritual. Even if you're not wearing it when you go to town. But ancestors, they see you as someone that has clothes.
Oh, okay. I feel you now. I'm with you. I'm with you fully.
And when you go to the Ndabeni as a man, you slaughter a goat. It's a sign of you have a new clothes now. You know? Even when you are going to go become intlabeka, they do that so that now you've got new clothes. When you're going to go in slaughter, you don't wear those clothes. You wear the one that have been given by the home. Yeah,
No, I feel you.
So that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That those are things that I've learned throughout my journey. That even for me myself, there are things that I need to follow in order to realize this dream of me being
Can I get the
an
masculine or the
entrepreneur that
unisex
is
one?
successful.
Can I get the other one? The other.
Okay, the other one. Okay.
So with the trip to Kuala Lumpur,
Okay.
are
I was
there
trying
any
to learn
specifics? Okay.
No, I was trying to learn something about why. Because Omnium will not understand. They'll think it's a fluke that I said this one feels immediately feminine, right? And for me, it was here.
Yeah.
This part is a bit shorter on the feminine one, and here it's a bit longer. Yeah, boy. Which is why when I touched this one first, I said, "Isn't there something more girly?"
Yeah.
Yeah, as much as this is unisex, but I was like, "Isn't there something more girly?" Because I like pink things. I'm very girly. This one immediately felt cute and dainty type vibe.
Yeah, you know, sometimes I've stopped this.
Guys, you must employ blind people. Hey, they are powerful.
You are.
We're not even aware of the lessons I taught you now. You guys are laughing, but you are not aware.
And the advantage that you have, your attention is in your hands.
Yes.
You feel it. You know, your attention. You are the one that really feels it. But sometimes for us, we tend to look and you realize later on.
It's sensual. What did the professor say? It's a sensual experience.
We take things for granted.
Yeah.
As a result, see, we even this shoe, I always say to people, they will buy this shoe when it's too expensive.
That's what we did with my course.
Yeah,
we let him leave with the jerseys.
When you're 13, you
when
was
they were 500 rands.
180. He was my client. I know when we were sitting with this website. I'm still pitying myself. Why I didn't buy 3 at least?
Listen. The jerseys were $500 at some point.
180.
When I met him, they were at 500 rands. I can't even afford.
That's what's going to happen. Even here. Because you know what?
I'm not gonna let that happen to me.
We want these things to be outlets, and then they come to us, and then we start to respect them. You see.
So, do you take orders as and when they come, or do you always have something in stock?
We are stocking now.
Okay.
We started in December, by the way. We're not stocking. Yeah, because December, people they want once they get bonuses and so on.
Because I really would like.
And the factories are closed.
The factories they're not closed, by the way. It's just that they you know, people they admire certain things. Sometimes they don't afford, but it's their only time that they can afford. People like this shoe. I must tell you.
Which one?
These shoes.
Oh, these shoes.
They love them, but it's just that there is an issue of economy. So December, there's no economy. Everything is flowing in December.
December, they all at what's that shop in at the bridge? Not Bird Boys, the other one. It's not 9 West. 9 West's long gone.
Street Fever.
Guys.
Yeah.
No.
Which one is this one? Is it a food shop?
It's a shoe shop, but not just sneakers. It's a shoe shop. They buy there really. Yes, Mama Speed. So much time. December, they're all there. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I would like to have a shoe.
You will have, ma'am.
I want to order 2 pairs, and then we'll talk on the sidebar. What's the situation? But I'd like to order 2 pairs for my sister and myself, so that we can rock it.
Wonderful.
Yeah?
Yo. Wow. It's my limit.
No, really. Because you know the thing that gets to me is that we sometimes we do have really great local designers as well. But you find that over time, or not over time, some relationships between Black business and Black customer, they're very difficult. They're difficult because we look at each other on the basis of familiarity. And then we treat each other like that, right? And because for now, I could have sat here and said, what if I slaughter a cow and I give you the cow skin and then you discount me? And that was not my conversation. My conversation was rather to put even more meaning. You mentioned a cow and immediately the cultural me went home to say, oh, wow, I could actually walk with the spirit of, my ancestor, on my feet. And I feel like just holding onto the shoe and feeling it, I'm sure about the feeler over. There's a difference, obviously, between this one and this one. I think that the inside layer of this one is not my vibe. The inside layer of this one is my vibe. You can come feel the money at some point. This one is really cool. So I'm thinking, I want to be part of saying, I believe in Black business. I want to be part of saying, andifuni ba masibe 15,000 esihlangu njengezambahla zakalatu. I do want it to become 15,000 rands. Just like I'm proud of Laduma's clothes that are at that price. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to become part of those people abagla narrative. But I want to say I was part of the growth. So I think it's really important that I pledge now, Kuti, I'd like a pair for my sister and I. And I'm praying with that, purchase that your business will never ever compromise who we are just because we're familiar, but it will actually grow leaps and bounds going forward. Do you know what I mean?
I appreciate that.
No, really, I'm really proud of you. And so, those of you who'd like to order, guys, you have to order now. I'm putting pressure, but for real, this
can I
is
just
cool.
ask a question, Puti? You guys touched on Makloza and Ba when he started, because Mbatlas like have been the same. Not to go by, okay, I don't mean anything negative. I just mean that the quality of his clothes hasn't changed, but the price tag, obviously, because of now association and whatever, has changed. And I ask Puti Ba, how do you think we can we can fill the gap between Uleletu wanting to get your shoes, but she can only afford sneakers at 2.5, right? And wanting you to get to the point in your business where you can sell sneakers worth 25,000 rand, but you still want to accommodate people that can't afford that and still want to support you.
Okay.
You still want to accommodate.
Yes.
Let me let you answer your question because I've got an answer for that. Huh? Depend. No, I was going to say, who does Louis Vuitton accommodate? Only the ones that he accommodates. Only the ones that can afford it. Do you get what I mean? When the thing is growing, the thing is growing. Yeah. And I guess at the end of the day, it's also up to the designer and the design house if and whether they do create something that will fit a certain income bracket, but they don't necessarily have to. Do you know what I mean?
I'm talking from the sense of Blacks supporting Blacks. The relationship should be both ways. Black people should buy from Black businesses, but Black businesses should also be concerned about Black customers. I'm talking from now.
Yeah, look, also now, what am I
But we are the same Black
of?
customers that are saying, I'm not going to wear your name on my shoe.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We've got that attitude.
Now, what I'm afraid of is us sitting on a thought or belief that our economic situation will never change and will never transform. Because in that way, we are limiting a lot of other things and we're blocking the blessing that should be coming to us and being able to grow.
Yeah, let me maybe...
Him was out there.
Before Appendu, because I feel like you were not understanding where I'm coming from. I'm not talking from a point of poverty, right? But Black people can't afford anything. I am just saying, as Black people, we are growing our economies, right? And for that to happen, we need to support each other. Right? I'm just saying, as a business person, how can he bridge the gap between those two things where We need people to be able to buy into your idea, right? And we are doing that so that your idea can grow into something that can be expensive, because that's of value to us as well. But we're also now considering people that still want to support you and I don't want to go to Louis Vuitton, because we are specifically talking about growing our economy as Black people.
Yeah, no, I like that question that you're asking, because there's a theory that supports that. For example, but right, right, so absolutely correct. But it's up to me as an entrepreneur to decide. Yeah, you know, there is what we call a strategy, ne? Se business yakho. Strategy into ezakunceda nakwi-future. You don't want to create something ezokukhanya kwi-future. Even now, bebe afford this to buy a cheap. Just make an example. There's what we call in economics, it demand and supply. Yeah, but sometimes it demand in when you see price, so that you still keep your stock. Yeah, because once your prices are low, the demand high, prices are low, you're gonna run out of stock. So you're managing the situation, because it depends on your strategy. Whether someone will say I need few but expensive, someone will say I need a lot but cheap. Strategy it will depend. I could have sold this shoe when I was introducing it and say 700, but the question is, I am doing justice to the quality. You see, and then now there is an issue of demand. If there are more people wanting this, the price has to change. Let me make an example. In September, I'm going to Old Fashion Week in Cape Town. December, I'm still fighting to go to Melbourne. What influences the demand? If I get a client in Melbourne buying NG, and then they want 1 million shoes at 5,000 each, I'm going to prioritize that market. I'm going to slightly change my prices to discourage you. That is for business point of view. There are two things. If I talk as a business person and as a client, we can't speak the same. Yeah, you're right. But there is social side where you want people to have Marcosa that is 700. But it's strategy to keep that level. You see, look with cars now. Cars, the Japanese and Chinese, they're coming with new cars with more features, with cheap. You get it's their strategy. So hence I'm saying that question, there is no immediate answers. But you could decide that. Remember, if I'm in business, I must be sustainable. Plan you to says well, it's a high up. But at the end of the day, the prices are being influenced by a number of things. It's not one. You have to choose as an entrepreneur. We categorize market must be a premium, a middle, a low end. You see, for example, between ShopRite and Pick and Pay, you see where is Pick and Pay, you see where ShopRite is. Which one is profitable at the moment? It's ShopRite. Why? It's because they're getting money from social run. The people that are getting paid, they buy immediately from there. So you ask yourself questions, right? Pick and Pay, does Pick and Pay wants to come to the location? No. You see. So those are decisions that you make at the board level. Even for us, we mustn't always think small. No, I'm no longer thinking small. When I see NG, I see NG as a small, but operating at the corporate level. That's how I see it. Yeah. Whether people they say what, they say no, we are papa. The papela emqino wami.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, indicate to papa. Indicate baba ni mandicho ngathi. But I know I'm humble. Practically, I'm very humble. I go to people, but I've never changed prices. They showed us 1.5, it's still 1.5.
Yeah.
But I've never raised prices deliberately. So people, they say this shoe is expensive, but I had 12 orders in 2 days.
Yeah.
I've got a practical experience of who I know the profile of those people. But where does this product belong to in this category? You see?
And I think that's what's important, knowing your market and being able to deliver to that market.
To that market. And each and every market, it's got its own demands and challenges and speciality. Because if you're selling premium brand, the person is expecting you to deliver on the. But by the way, now what I've learned about premium customers, I've realized what they want. They want to be treated special. Communication. And special doesn't necessarily mean you do things out of your way. You communicate. Because that's what is missing in South Africa. Even at car wash, you don't get good care in car wash, in restaurants. Because you realize the owner have passion, but the employees. Simple thing at KFC, the service. If you don't check what you've ordered, you'll get wrong food. Sorry to mention KFC. Sorry to mention that. Because the problem is that the people that are working there, they don't have interest. They don't treat those people as the people that are paying their salaries. If you are at a drive-through, that's an unfortunate culture that we have. My competitive advantage, I communicate directly with the client. I've tried to employ people to communicate for me, but we don't speak the same.
So difficult.
We speak the same language, but the patience, they don't see what I see. You see? So hence I'm saying, for now, every client that speaks to me, I converted. He buys. But the client it takes, because the patience. Sometimes the person will speak to me for 5 minutes and then will tell me, hey, that person will come back. Not now, in 2 months' time. Remember, I'm creating the market for myself. So I don't take someone who say, I don't have money, I'll come back as he's wasted my time. No. That person is going to come back at a time that I need. I need him. So it's a skill that I've seen through analyzing other businesses to say, what is lacking in South Africa? It's customer care, it's efficiency.
Yeah, your customer services, the country is
very bad. For example, e-car wash in Europe and other countries, it's a multi-million business.
You in car washes?
No, I'm making an example of a car wash because here in South Africa it's being used as a low-end business. But in other countries, it's being owned by guys with ties. I'm just making that example deliberately because those are things, and we complain about unemployment every day. But simple things, we were unable to service things that are here. I'm not talking about things now. It's premium on what. This one, it needs you to do things right, to have a culture of doing things right, and culture of say, I'm sorry, we were wrong, we're gonna make it right. People, that's what they want to hear. A problem, they want you to own that particular responsibility or that particular problem. At the moment, we don't do that. Hence, I mess up sometimes with my client. You know, what I've learned is to say, sorry very much. We know that we have made a mistake. You know, once I start to own, that person start to forgive me before. And I make sure now, once I being forgiven, I must not be forgiven again. I must make sure I forgive. You see, so those are small, soft skills that we're lacking, including myself as a society. But now I'm in the journey to change that. to change how I do things. I don't want to do things in an ordinary way. Even when I greet you, I must greet you with an intention. I must feel you. You know, I must make sure that you see I'm paying attention to you, because it does something at the end of the day. Because even how I do business, I don't do business because of you come with a proposal. I assess your genuine, how genuine are you? Not necessarily as a businessman, as a human being. How do you greet me? How do you greet others? How do you speak to others? People that are deemed to be social. How do you treat a kakad? You know, sometimes I will want to watch you for a day. How do you greet for 24 hours? And I know this guy or this lady is a person that I can work with. Because I've seen, well, a behavior, you don't lie about your behavior.
Yes.
Behavior is consistent. You see, that's where I am. I can be very quiet in a space where I know I won't contribute much. I can be very talkative in a space where I know people are comprehending what I'm saying. It's how I am. Other people, they say I'm quiet, say I'm talking too much. It's because my mind is environmental. My mind is conditioned to contribute where the contribution
It's needed.
is needed. That's
Also, it's reading the room, vibes.
it does that.
Yeah.
It's reading the room.
I want us to go because I got an indication time-wise.
Okay.
I wanted to go back to Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur. Are there specific spaces or business models that you're going in to study? Yes, the country's GDP is healthy, 110 odd percentage, which is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And then you spoke about wanting assistance, really, or to anyone that's out there that can assist you with, going to and fro, because I think you'll come back with the necessary skills and contribute, because business and mentoring business people is also part of your trade. Whatever.
Yeah. No, I think I'll mention 3 things there that are really interesting to me. One is the visit to National Bank of Malaysia. They have a national bank that we don't have. Yeah, but how they financing their houses? How they financing their cars? How they financing their business through that national bank?
Okay.
Very interesting. And number 2 is the creation, the innovation center of Malaysia.
Okay.
We will visit that, because the innovation center will have all the snapshot of their infrastructure. How is the network, the Wi-Fi, the infrastructure, the trains. You had that in the other country. They don't care about cars. They use trains and all of that. But I want to see that the SMMEs as well. But we will also revisit the trade and investment center of that country.
Okay.
So if the country's got a GDP of 120, which means there is a lot that they're doing right. And also I want to see how they use education as a driver of the development. You see? And I want to know practically what are they doing for kindergarten kids, primary. You remember here in South Africa, we only celebrate when you pass graduation. No, matric and the graduation. It's too late. You see? We're supposed to celebrate even primary. And we celebrate specifically what have you studied. Is it coding? Is it science? What is that? But here we only celebrate when you are getting your gown at graduation level. But the question is, we don't even ask them that, what is that we have done? Because I believe without education, the SMMEs and economy, we won't change anything. Hence, I decided to invest school. I know SMMEs, they say you just need to go-getter, innovate, even if you're not educated. But we shouldn't make that as a standard. If it happens, it happens. we must set at least higher standard for. So that's what I want the chief to see there. And I don't want to see it. I will take notes so that I can share that in platforms like this.
I see that they have quite a number of like innovation centers.
There.
Malaysian Global Innovation and Creativity Center, Malaysia Design Innovation Center, Eurospace Malaysia Innovation Center.
So those are.
When are you leaving?
I'm leaving in 8th of July. 7 days, yeah.
And how much money do you still need now? Because you said it's 64,000.
I need the whole money.
Huh?
I need that 64,000.
So you are at zero right now, where we are.
Yeah, you when you need money, man,
you don't divulge.
You don't say, I need this, need money. Up until that person tell you how much you can afford. I mean, I can't negotiate at low. So I'm saying I've done plans.
Okay.
I've tried to make means to remember when you're running a business, you have two things, whether you must take it from your cash flow or you must take it from personal. So I have still from everything that I have now to pay for that. Okay. So it would be nice that anything that I can get. Yeah,
no,
so
I'm saying
ask
that maybe you leave us with the relevant bank account, so that's a Fako description as well, or sit in the comment box, yabo, so that people will know.
Yeah, no, I like that idea. I will send it to you.
So, Banbepondo, South Africa, Kabeja, we're calling on you to make sure one of our own can get to Kuala Lumpur and come back with that each one teach one principle, so that we can all become a better people. More than the 64,000 rands, we'll also need money to get around in Kuala Lumpur. So come through, deliver. The bank details of where you can deposit your donations will be up on the comment box. We'll pin them, right? Yes. On the comment box, so that people, the first thing they see in the comments is that one. NG is the brand name.
Thanks for that. Because we're planning to have a fundraising event. We're thinking that we'll buy T-shirts for everyone that has that has put something. That's still, I'm releasing it, but this thing of planning, not saying, sometimes it delays things. Yeah, we are on the campaigns, you know. But what we know for sure, we are going there. Even if we're going to go on a big red as a company. Hence, we say.
So I asked, when are you leaving? Because now I'm on.
Yeah, I like this idea. I know it's going to help me. Anything, when you don't have anything, it's something. You see? Yeah.
No, man, all the best. I mean, just a trip, you know, going to Malaysia, like the intention is noble. And I think we'll greatly profit as a country, you know, and as a space, as Ipondo. So we need you to go there, come back with that knowledge, skills, and information for our betterment. I don't know if anything. No, we can close it. Thank you very much, my man, for your time.
Thank you.
What happened?
I feel.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's a wrap. Thank you very much. See you next time. Hey. What's this tool?